Now, first up is going to be a $1 bill from 2013. Now, we see here on the front, the face of the bill, that there's not much going on. Looks like a normal dollar bill. But if you turn over to the reverse, the back of the bill here, you can very faintly see that green seal on there. That one's kind of hiding, not like a lot of the other ones that we've looked at in the past. Now, that is the green seal from the face of the bill here on the back of the bill, and that is an offset printing error taking place. Now, the bill is in very, very good condition as well, so of course that will help its value. This $1 bill sold for around $100. So not too bad for that one. Next up is a 2006 Federal Reserve Notes. This error kind of speaks for itself. You see that missing ink there? That is because that is a result of an obstructed printing error taking place on this $1 bill from 2006. Now, of course, there's going to be different obstruction errors taking place. I'm going to get to those here right after this bill. This dollar bill sold for around $230. Same thing with this 2006 Federal Reserve Note. It has an obstructed printing error on the face of the bill, and we see that there where all that ink is missing. And this $1 bill sold for around $150. Of course, the grade, the condition is always going to affect its value as well. Now, here on this $1 bill, we see nothing is going on the reverse of the bill, but this 1999 Federal Reserve Note is missing the green Treasury seal there on the right side of the bill. It should be right there in the center of the word 1. We see the black seal, but we do not have the green seal. So that will give it some value. This $1 bill sold for over $125. Next up is a $50 bill. Again, here on the back of the bill, I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't going to the bank getting a bunch of 50s to search through, but this is something that can happen on all kinds of different types of denominations of bills. We see the offset printing error taking place here on the face of this $50 bill here. Now, this is from 1996. We see that ink there, the reverse design of the bill here on the face of the bill, and this $50 bill sold for around $180. Next up is a $20 bill. Now, I've showed this in a previous video, but for anyone that hasn't seen it, I wanted you guys to see this because it's probably the most unique and probably, well, it's very expensive. Very just fascinating type of error taking place here. I can't imagine something like this not being done on purpose. But it is a retained printed obstruction error taking place here. And of course, that is with a banana sticker, a sticker that will go on a banana. And you can actually see that the serial number is printed over, and the seal is printed over that sticker, which is really just, man, it's just mind-blowing that something like this exists. So this $20 bill sold for over $25,000. What would you do with 25 grand? Let me know in the comments below. Now, next up is a tear error. Now, it looks like someone just tore this bill here on the reverse of the bill. But here on the face, we see that the seal was actually printed after that tear took place. So, very interesting type of error. Of course, something like this, you're not probably going to find, going through your wallet or anything. So this Federal Reserve Note sold for around $220. Now, here is something that is interesting as well. This is a 1993 obstruction error taking place here, and we see that there on the side of the bill. Now, here on the other side, the reverse of the bill, we can see that as well. Print obstruction. Really cool error. The bill's not in the best condition. It's definitely been circulated. And this 1993 $1 bill sold for around $190. Next up is an older $10 bill. Of course, these are getting, much harder to find nowadays, from banks. But this one is very, very interesting. As we see here on the left side of the bill, the seal is actually green when it was supposed to be black. So it's the wrong color ink that was used for that seal. Now, this $10 bill is not in the best shape. I can't believe that it's in this bad a shape. Like, did it take somebody that long to discover something like this? Or did someone just keep it away and not really take care of it for a long time? Now, this bill did sell for over $370 as a result of that error. Next up is another printed tear error. Now this is on the 1988 $1 bill. Of course, it's a pretty obvious type of error, something like this. That actually folds up there, that little piece there. It folds up where the ink is missing. And this $1 bill sold for around $90. Next up is a $1 bill, again from 1988. We see that the face of the bill, nothing wrong, looks very normal. And then here on the reverse, we see that misaligned back printing. So look at that, man. That is just amazing. Again, you can look for this on all kinds of different types of bills. That's awesome. I absolutely love this. And it's not really too expensive. It did sell for over 200 bucks. That's really cool for 200 bucks to own something like that in your collection. All right, next up is a 1988, another 1988 $1 bill. Now here on the reverse of the bill, we don't see nothing, you know, looks normal again. But here on the front, we see here on the right side of the serial number that the last prefix letter there, the letter C, is misaligned. So that block letter there is misaligned. Now this $1 bill is a result of that, sold for over $80. Not too bad, but the bill is in excellent condition. Now here is a 1985. Now this is pretty obvious as well. It is a printed fold error taking place here. And this $1 bill sold for over $300. Of course, some of these, you know, you're not going to find from the bank or in your wallet, but I want to throw some crazy ones in here. Now something like this, of course, you can maybe find something, you know. This would maybe not stick out to someone that never looks through bills. Some people just go through their ones and pay for something real quick. They don't really pay attention. Now this $1 bill, you can see it's very circulated. It's definitely been out in circulation. And it is from 1969. We see that it's missing the seal and the black numbers there here on the left side of the bill above the green serial number. We see all that blank space. Pretty obvious there. So missing print error taking place on this bill, and it sold for over $140. Moving on to another 1969 Federal Reserve notes. And it's got an obstructed printing error. Now, similar to the ones that we looked at earlier, however, we see that much more of the bill, the ink is actually missing on this bill. So, really cool type of error. Absolutely love it, man. This bill sold for over $600. So, a little more pricey there for that one. Now, here is a 1995 $1 bill. So, this one here, we see that it's normal on the front, but it has that misaligned back printing error taking place here on the back of the bill, which is pretty obvious. Again, you just got to go through your bills and look for that real quick. You don't need to inspect them closely to find something like this, but of course you want to look for all the different other errors that I talk about in my other currency videos. So this $1 bill sold for over $440. Now here's a couple other bills that you should always be on the lookout for. Moving on, now this one might be one of my favorites of the video. This is a printed fold over error taking place. And here on the left you can clearly see that the seal and the serial numbers are not straight, they're diagonal a little bit, and they're not in the right position. And then here on the right side of the bill, you can really see that the seal was actually split as a result of that fold over that took place. So that is really cool, and then you can see that the serial number is up there going through the word America. So that is really awesome. I love this type of error. This dollar bill sold for over $400. 400 bucks. Next up is a 1977 $1 bill. Now this one here is something that you may pass up. You know, you might really not notice this unless you're actually looking for it. And all it is, it's a simple type of error. It's just an insufficient inking error on one of the numbers, the digits in the serial number. So we can see here on the right side of the bill, it ends in 1C, and you can very faintly see that 1. And then here on the left side of the bill, you can see that again. You can kind of see the 1 a little more there on the left side of the bill. But that is supposed to be a full 1 in the green there. And then the C. but you could kind of see that it's faded out, and that is the inking error taking place. So this $1 bill sold for around $50. Again, nothing extremely valuable, but still 50 bucks for a $1 bill. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I will see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.